Hi everyone, jina langu ni Paul aka Rajput. I'm introducing Dr. Jakari Damages in Nairobi.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City!
Yes. New York City is so great that we are returning to Grace Mansion, the mayor of New York City. Oh yeah. The man on Tuesday, Mayor Bill de Blasio.
De Blasio.
Yeah, he won the primary of the Democratic Party by 75%. 75%. He cruised to an easy victory. You know, now, Bill de Blasio will face a Republican challenger in November. And we don't care who the person is. Unless he shoots someone at the Central Park, he's going to win. He's going to win. Yeah. The man is going to win. There's no question about that. You see, life is good in New York City. New Yorkers are happy with their mayor. Crime is low in New York City. The giant mayor scared away Donald Trump. He doesn't come to New York City. I mean, have you seen how big the man is? Have you seen how tall he is? It's amazing. He stood up and said to all the hurricanes of 2017, go to Florida, go to Texas. Get away from here. You know, unemployment is... I'm sorry, guys. Unemployment is so low in New York City that anyone who wants to work can find job. Even at Sahara reporters. Even Majid Fashik, if he were to be in New York again now, he will get a job. Even Majid Fashik, you know. Now, you know, even the homeless people, men and women who are homeless, they spend the night in a hotel every night in New York City. Life is good. Life is good. You know, to top it up, New Yorkers are allowed to smoke weed without police harassment.
Oh, ja, I got to take a leave. Joe
Rastafari. And yes, unlike Texas Senator and former Republican candidate for president, Ted Cruz, you won't be in the news in New York City if you are caught watching porn websites.
No!
You won't. And of course, even if you like it afterwards, if you watch something and you like it, you have to click like. Is it not? Yeah, exactly. So what do people want from their government? And what else do you want? Everything. We have everything. Now, contrast that to what is happening in Togo, in West Africa. You know Togo? That's your former girlfriend. That's your former girlfriend. That's your former girlfriend. Yeah. In Togo, one family has governed the country for the last 50 years. One family. Yeah. Last week, the people of Togo said, enough is enough. Over 100,000 citizens went on the street to protest. Now, they had banners that said, free Togo, free Togo. They also demanded that the president should resign. Watch them.
Massive protests in Togo. Thousands of people demanded President Faure Gnassingbé step down immediately instead of modifying the constitution to allow him 2 more terms in office to prolong his tenure.
I know. Even Togolese women came out to protest half naked. Now, we knew this because Ted Cruz liked his account liked the video. The picture. That was how we knew. We didn't know that, you know, he saw it. Now, when the president of Togo discovered that the protesters organized through the internet, you know what he did? He switched off the internet. In the whole of Togo. No, can you imagine that? That cannot happen in Nigeria. It can't happen in Nigeria. If the internet is switched off in Nigeria, how would how will he show the money he made over the weekend? How will he show it to his people on Instagram? He won't. You know, it can't happen. In fact, for this reason, there's no way you can switch off the internet in Nigeria. Because if you do that, Buhari's doctor in London won't be able to remotely guide him on how to take... No, why are you laughing? They guide him how to take his vitamin every day. Without the internet, they won't be able to do that, you know? Anyway. So, Togo's president, Yedema, is the son of the last president. Another Yedema. Yeah. His father ruled Togo for 38 years. 38? And when he died in 2005, the son took over. Now, the son has refused to... No, he refused to go. He changed the constitution to remove time limits. He said, throw that in away. And when people showed their displeasure, you know what he did? He went and sacrificed to the gods. Obviously, the gods were not crazy about him. They were not crazy. It didn't work. It didn't work. Now, it's the same story in Chad, where President Idris Deby, the man, removed term limit, and he's now on his 5th term as president.
Wow.
In Congo, Joseph Kabila, you know him now, took over from his father in 2001 and has refused to go. Now, he's trying to remove term limits so that he will stay in power forever.
African nation.
In Uganda, President Museveni, you know him now. He's been there for 30-something years too. He has a different kind of problem. Now, he has to remove, not term limit, he has removed that one already. Now, he is pushing to remove age limit from the constitution. So that he could run after his 8th term in office. That will end in 2022. Now, Uganda, they put in 75 years as the age limit for anyone who wants to be president. And Museveni is approaching that age. So all over Africa, leaders are going crazy. Everywhere, all of them. Even Muhammadu Buhari wants to run again, even though he's sick, taking vitamins. Okay. Even Uhuru Kenyatta. You know Uhuru Kenyatta? The man is going cuckoo. Have you heard what he said this week? Did you hear?
No.
The man said that he will impeach Raila Odinga if he wins the presidential election rerun. In 3 months. In 3 months, he will pitch him. Now, I will pause for you to digest that one. Can you imagine that? This is when I give advice to kids. And I say, kids, look at me. Stay away from Ogogoro. Stay away from... This man is running for president. He's already thinking of how to impeach his opponent. When the opponent wins. Can you imagine that? Watch him.
We have the opportunity in parliament within 2 months, 3 months to Memutoa.
Now, the devil is what? A liar. Those who know this man should tell him to scream that the devil is a liar. You know what? Forget about screaming. Screaming is not enough. Give Uhuru a stick and let him flog the devil. Because the devil is working overtime in his life. If he doesn't know how to flog the devil, these people should teach him. I know. Now, it doesn't make sense. Uhuru won the August 8th election with over 1.4 million votes. And he's so scared of winning the October 17th election that he's busy talking about impeaching the man he defeated by 10% of the votes. Just a few weeks ago. Does it make sense?
It doesn't make sense.
You see, Ogogoro is nothing but an enabler. Enabler. It brings out the crazy things hidden in you. That's what Ogogoro does. No. Oh well. That didn't stop Uhuru from inaugurating the parliament last week. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, the new parliament. He went ahead. Though the opposition MP, they boycotted the whole thing. It went on smoothly. The only problem was that the Chief Justice, the Justice of the Supreme Court, they were not there. How can you do that? Inaugurate a parliament without the justices?
What legal framework do they have?
Okay. I call them the justices, but Uhuru calls them crooks. Now, they were not there because not because they boycotted it. No, they did not. They were not invited. They were not invited. Now, talking of law missing its way, this is the follow-up to the story we told you few weeks ago. About Grace Mugabe. You know her?
Yes.
The wife of Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe.
Grace.
Yeah, Grace, yeah. You know the woman, she beat up South African model. Who was hanging out with her sons in a hotel in South Africa. Now, Grace is suing the woman. She's claiming that the South African model attacked her and not the other way around. Look at the headline. I'm not making it up. Yeah. For those who do not know, Grace moved around with 10 hefty bodyguards. So with these bodyguards watching Grace, this model then went and beat up Grace. Can you?
She said with a knife.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? You see, let me tell you what's happening. Since Robert Mugabe said that he's not handing over power to Grace, she's been acting in an erratic way. That was it. I understand that. Okay, look at her. Look at her.
Because he's taking. Sahara, he's waiting to find her. He's waiting to find her.
What does that tell you? You know, what does that tell you? Now, I was told that the cabal around Robert Mugabe, they now call Grace the suicide bomber of Bulawayo. Yeah. You know, now talking about suicide bombers. Did you hear that the cabal, they have a new name for Aisha Buhari? The wife of President Muhammadu Buhari. It's called the suicide bomber of Yola. Who could have thought of that? You know, obviously, this cabal, they are very good at coming up with code names. We know this because a secret tape between Daura and Momantuko came out. It was leaked to Sahara reporters. Those Sahara people, you know, those Sahara people. I don't know how they get these things. Anyway, in the tape, it showed that Daura and his cabal were worried about Buhari's health. They were so scared, you know. Somehow it appeared as if Aisha was fighting for her husband, and that did not go down well with the cabal. Can you believe that? They are interested in what they are looking for. She was stopping them on their tracks. Whatever plot they were planning, she was putting in resistance, and was willing to blow the whole thing up. So that was the reason why they tagged her the suicide bomber of Yola. Now, as Nigeria crumbles in the hands of this cabal, while they play their little games, I hope they know that history will remember them as the real suicide bomber who blew up Nigeria with their negligence and maladministration.
Maladministration.
Yeah, Sasha, tweet that out. Make sure you tag Buhari's the Twitter account. Now, talking about things blowing up. In 18 years of democracy, we forgot how it used to be. We forgot. In 18 years, our hearts are like now the hearts of someone who stopped smoking for 18 years. You know, we forgot how it used to be. Now we are breathing free speech, freedom of association, freedom of everything. Then Operation Python Dance happened. Watch. I know. No, not that one now. The other Python dance, not this.
This is happening now live by the home of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. As you can see now, the Nigerian army came and lay ambush and started shooting at the home of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. This is live. Yes, that one. Operation Python Dance. Now, the military said that the aim of this was to get to kidnappers, armed robbers, agitators, people like that in eastern Nigeria. So they sent in soldiers and military equipment. Now, in the past, they did this. All that people noted was that soldiers were on the street collecting money from them. They didn't say any other thing. You know, is that not supposed to be the job of the police? Staying on the street and collecting money? Is that not? Anyway, what do I know? Now, for whatever reason, Nigeria sent soldiers to the eastern part of Nigeria. And the first thing they did was to parade around the vicinity of Nnamdi Kanu's house. Watch. I know. I did not know that what I used to see Palestinians do in Gaza, that throwing stone at Israeli armored vehicles, that it will happen in Nigeria. I did not know. Watch. This is what they call the Biafran Interfeder. Number one. Now, you must have had several versions of what happened. Let's hear from Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the Biafrans, on what happened on that day.
The rains that woke me up from my siesta I was having in the afternoon, and they went that way to that junction. They reversed, the ammo tank reversed and came back here. Wanted to come in, and my men stopped them here, and they started firing at people right at this very spot. Check here on the window of my bedroom and to the front gate of my father's compound. firing live ammunition to scare people, to terrorize people in this very peaceful village, in this very peaceful town. That is what Nigeria is doing, and the world must know about it.
I know. Yeah, no. He said that his men stopped the military, and the world must hear about this. Now, let's hear from the Nigerian military. Let's hear what they think happened, what they said happened. Watch.
The troops were just on their normal operation, patrolling. And some chaps, if I will use that, who were later identified to be IPOB members, came to, block the road and said they shouldn't pass. How? And they denied them access. And it was peaceful, and they started throwing stones at them. You know, when things like this happen, people can come out with various things. I'm not saying that the police did not give you, a version of what they understood or what they were giving. But I'm now telling you that what happened is that it is a normal, like you referred me to Operation Python Dance. Python Dance is a normal routine exercise.
I know. The army said that the police didn't know what happened. So forget about the statement that police made. But earlier on, I don't know that they could say that loud, that they were just showing force. You know, that I thought that is something you say in private. Showing force against whom? Yeah, who are they showing force against? Is it Boko Haram? Anyway, if those were all that happened, you could be pardoned if you blame both sides. Like Donald Trump, you blame both sides. But some army officers also stormed the office of the Nigerian Union of Journalists. They pointed their guns at the journalists, took their phones and their computers and destroyed them. They did not deny this. In fact, the army is going to investigate now. They're already saying they are going to punish the soldiers who did that. So soldiers who do not understand the role of the media in a democracy, how am I going to believe that they understood the right of people to converse for political freedom, even if it's secession? If they treated journalists this way, how do you think they will treat people, members of a secessionist movement? How do you think they will treat them? Now, this is what they say. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Anyway, the situation now is bad. In English language, they say that it's precarious. Nigeria is on an expressway to Kigali. You know Kigali? Rwanda. Oh yeah, we are heading there. You doubt me? These are Nnamdi Kanu's sympathizers going around looking for Hausa people to, obviously, not to embrace them. Because the military was after their leader. That's. Can you see that? Can you see that video?
Whoa.
Now, watch this video now. This one.
After they have molested us in Omaya, have you seen soldiers escorting them? Have you seen soldiers escorting them to mosque so that they won't be killed? But in our own case.
Now, those are Nigerian soldiers guarding Hausa people, escorting them to a mosque where they could be safe from angry Biafrans. You're watching them. You've seen them.
Wow.
This is the sign that there is problem. Now, look at this video again. These are Biafrans being tortured by Nigerian soldiers. Now, let me tell you. People look at this and they laugh and they think it's a joke. The first law of nature says that action and reaction are equal and opposite. Now, the Nigerian army has a long history of brutality. They have not changed. Democracy did not change them. No, don't think that. No. Remember that. At the same time, we cannot roll over because they refuse to change. No, we cannot. We still have to assert our rights. Now, we have to keep grooming them, domesticating them, until they start acting like soldiers in a developed society. Civilized and developed democracy. Because I've never seen American soldiers anywhere slapping anybody on the street. I've never seen them. In New York, we are afraid of the police, not the soldiers. Anyway. As for those agitating for change in any society, it is tough enough job to do, and you make sacrifices. Now, the most effective way remains a path that gives you moral authority. For, peaceful and non-violent way. That's the way to go. Now, Here is what I know about pythons. You know, we're talking about python dance. Now, when pythons go out to dance in the market square, they should, instead of dancing in the forest, if they go to the market square to dance, they end up transitioning from dancing to swallowing. And at the end, it does not end well for the python or for the goats.
Wow.
That's it. This is deep. This is a parable because this is a serious matter. It's not a joking matter. I'm not laughing. No. Okay. Talking about things that you should not laugh about. Until last week, there was this running debate as to whether we should restructure Nigeria or not. You know, that's what people are saying. Now, the Sultan of Sokoto said that there is need for some adjustments here and there. You know, he did. For the first time, he did. He said we need to adjust here and there. Otherwise, the whole thing will sink. You know, some even went on the streets of Lagos State, you know, to burn the coffin in protest against restructuring. Do you know that? Look at them. Look at the guys. You know, not even the Yoruba summit that took place in Ibadan last week brought it home for many people. People still doubt it. Then finally, the guru himself spoke. Watch.
To move forward in anything in this life is a spiritual affair. And if you take me in my position as the living perfect master, you might call me the God man, even the God itself. And so God cannot be in a place where they are suffering. So today, all the good things that we lost are coming back.
I know. This is Guru Maharaji. You know, who can question after Guru talked about restructuring? Everybody should line up. Is it not the final word? He has the final word. I mean, after the Pope is Guru Maharaji. Isn't it? Guru Maharaji. Which one comes first? TB Joshua, Pope, and then Guru Maharaji. That's their lineup. You know, people who communicate with God. Guru Maharaji is now involved in politics. Can you believe that? You know, I used to respect him. Anyway. This is a segment we call Secrets of
Picture!
It's based on the premise that a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. Now, the picture you're looking at, this picture is that of our President Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, meeting traditional rulers in Aso Rock. Now, we're talking about first-class rulers, not those 20 rulers they nominated in Ibadan or named, no, those ones, top ones. And look at how they were sitting. Now, look at the vice president. The other man sitting beside the vice president. Who is the man? Do you know? You people don't know. You see him as the chief of staff. No. He is the emir of Aso Rock.
Hey!
His Excellency, the Oba Abba. Look at him. Why is he sitting down and traditional rulers are standing up? You can see the place he rules, Aso Rock, is more powerful than the Oba of Ibadan or the Oba of wherever.
He's
the king of the presidency. That's why he's sitting down. Look at that smile. Oh, Kabals, they are wonderful, you know. They have a good smile. No. Now, the Biafrans can look at that picture and they see something else. They will see that they've been marginalized. None of the red cap chiefs were sitting down. You see, this is the kind of thing we're talking about. You have to be sensitive to things like this because you are giving them ammunition. I don't care. This is the picture they presented to the world. Bayo took the picture and sent it out. And he cropped them. That's not a good thing that you cropped out the red cap people. You see what you're saying? It's not. This is what Buhari. This is simple. What you need to do to calm people is simple. Why will you let this your chief of staff sit down when the red cap people are standing up? Why? Nonsense. Now, this is what we call retweet is not
endorsement.
Yeah. It's based on the idea that when we retweet a tweet, it doesn't mean it's an endorsement. After all, Ted Cruz is not endorsing pornographic websites. He just liked it. Anyway. Now, the tweet we are looking at is the tweet from our internet senator Ben Bruce. Yeah, he came back again. The no nonsense man. Is it no nonsense? Common sense senator. Yeah, he tweeted and look at his tweets. Look at what he says. He says Rome was not built in a day, but you could see activity of builders from day one. From day one, this government has been blaming instead of building. Isn't that wonderful? He was there in Rome when they were building Rome. He saw activities. The block was there, the cement, they mixed it. It's activities until they built Rome. Now, this is my reaction. Bills are not passed in a day. But you could see it going from committee reading 1, reading 2, reading 3. And from day one, this senator, the common sense senator, has been tweeting instead of writing bills. This is not what he was elected to do, to write bills. But from day one, he's been tweeting and tweeting instead of writing bills.
Put your phone down.
Did you see what I did there? Only lazy people think every rich man is corrupt, says Abubakar Atiku. You know him? You know him, the former vice president. I said, good talk. Our president is ready. Good talk. You know, the man has a point. Now, Oga, can you come to the US? We have this conference I want you to attend. It's a tax conference. It will be good for your campaign. You can come over. If you know come over. Come on. Come. I pray Nigeria oil dries up, says Governor El Rufai. You know the governor, the one that is very, very short. Yeah. I said, why are you praying now? Why? Why pray and wait? Just assume that the oil is dried up already. Because you are an executive governor. Just pretend as if there's no oil. If they call you to come and collect money, say, no, don't worry. Don't worry, I don't need that. I mean, it's dried up. Nonsense. A president's 32-inch TV by Gaba Shehu. Did you read the article? It's an opinion piece, wonderful piece. It's everywhere, published all over Nigerian newspapers. You know, wonderful piece. You have to read it. Now, after reading it, you understand that from now on, no more wasting time having these rigorous political debates. You know, voters will choose their presidential candidates on one basis, only one reason: the size of your TV. That's what he was. That's the central. That's the summary of the article. If you don't read it, I'm helping you out. The size of your TV will decide who we are going to pick as. Nonsense. Why people spread fake news about Buhari, says Femi Adesina. Do you know why? Yes. Femi is trying to. Do you know why? Let me guess. Because Femi is incapable of delivering the real story about Buhari. That's why. Because if you had told us what is going on, we are not going to make up stories now.
So people are not making up
People make up stories because he could not tell us what is going on. Why people? As if we don't know.
Z people.
We're going to see you when you come to New York. EFCC discovers Patience Jonathan's 6 billion naira Abuja Plaza. 6 billion naira Abuja. Now, Mama Peace. So this is what people don't know. She was first lady and permanent secretary, and at the same time, and she was collecting rent at Aso Rock, and she worked very hard for her money. You know, she worked hard for the money, so hard for the money. She worked hard for the money, for the good things she's enjoying. She worked hard for the money, you know. Anyway, nonsense. It's time for your email. It's time for your email. Wow. Tomato just add. It's good to have you. You know, there's no need talking about why you are not wearing uniform anymore. By now, people know that I have no power. When she wears uniform, we thank God. When she doesn't, so what can we do? Well, do we have emails today?
Every day, doctor.
All right. Okay, let's hear them.
Right. Our first email is from Khalif Braid or Brady. He writes.
No, you didn't say where he's from.
He didn't say.
Okay. All right. Let's hear him.
Should I make it?
No. Don't make it. No.
Sorry, Khalif.
I just want to know if it's the one I know, the other place. You know, go ahead.
We'll find out.
Go ahead.
Doctor.
Yes.
I have been following your program with unbiased interest and with giving much value to cognition that guides my reaction. The issue concerning the Apostle Suleiman.
Suleiman, yes.
And the internet fraudster saga, honestly speaking, had been irrationally presented by Dr. Damages.
Oh, is he talking about this Dr. Damages?
There's only one.
Okay.
Is there another one?
All right, let me hear his
The apostle cannot be blamed to have traveled with a ticket paid by an obscure fraudster whose identity was unknown to the apostle.
Okay.
And if by the virtue of the apostle, the apostle made comments against fraudsters should not be any means warrant anyone to tongue out the apostle. Otherwise, such person tongue lashing at the apostle may be conspiring against the apostle. There's a lot of apostles going around.
Okay, I think I got what he's saying. He's saying that there's no way for the apostle to know that this man giving him money is 419. Is that now? Oh, he's a scammer. Is that what he's saying? I've had that argument. That means anybody can give money to any apostle, any bishop, anything, and
donation.
Donation. And the money is still bad money. Is it not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you give money? Are you worried about the money you are apostle?
I don't know.
my friend. No. Let me tell you. We have to clean up the church. That's what happened when Martin Luther in 1716 something. Do you know Martin Luther I'm talking about? The Reformation. We need another reformation in the church because iniquities are everywhere. Is it not true? Oh yeah, armed robbers, politicians all steal money and give to this church. We need a change. Otherwise, the church will collapse. Remember what happened in Ozobol in Anambra State? Remember when I was? Oh yeah, people who built churches for pastors. This is what happens. Don't turn. What did they do in the Bible when Jesus used flog people?
Now.
Where is the church? Chase them out of the. Chase those crazy bald heads out of it. That's what we need. Anyway, next.
All right, our second and final email is from.
I'm warming up. I'm just warming up.
Time is money. We have to
it's
go.
Hot here. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
It's getting hot.
Go ahead.
It's from Abajeshi. From Anambra State. Nigeria.
It doesn't look like you pronounce that name well. Okay, go ahead. Not Anambra, Abajeshi. Okay.
I tried. I recently started watching your show. Ever since, my life has never remained the same.
Oh, you see? Well, that's
in fact, I have been healing myself ever since.
Wow, good job.
Keep up the good work. Wow. See you in Nigeria 2019.
What?
Hope you will run the marathon.
Oh.
Yeah.
My friend, thank you so much. I thought you were saying see you in Nigeria in November. That's when they have election in Anambra State. It's a big time election. You're boycotting. I mean, the money in circulation is you can't boycott it. The Biafrans can boycott it, but the money is so attractive. Money bags are all coming out with bags of money. I mean, if you're having difficulties surviving, go to Anambra now because it's the season. Anyway, thank you so much, my man. We'll keep doing what we do. We are because you, and you are because whatever happened to that man? Anyway. That's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to drdamages@gmail.com and on Instagram at
drdamages
and on Twitter at drdamages. Now, here's my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book, I Think, by Confucius. And it says, choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose you. That they were lucky. They were lucky that I started working before I discovered the other thing. That could have been my job.
Wow.
What? You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about I would have been an army officer. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm general. Other people around. Ask them to enter the water to swim.
You will be a terrible soldier.
So, Tomato Joss, this your hair, what is going on? You go this way, you go to Brazil, you go to China, you go natural. What is going on? Are you
so I can't be diverse?
You are just moving around. Is there something going on? Are you trying to confuse some people? Are you trying to confuse? Oh, maybe. The iPhone 10 will not recognize their face. Because the way you change it, new iPhone 10. You know about? Oh yeah, that should be her Christmas gift.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeola Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forceview Hotel, experience the home of comfort. They come.